Well, hello friends, Mary Allen here with another rapid reset video for you. Today's simple strategy for finding inner peace in any moment is about the power of community. When we are stuck in the muck, feeling off, not motivated, clearly out of our power, when we are triggered by something somebody says or something we hear on the news, or if we're stressed or overwhelmed, whatever it is, when we lean into a powerful community, our community, it really does have the ability to very quickly bring us back to our center, to remind us of what's really important to us, to empathize with us, to help us shift perspective, to inspire us into action. And the most important part is we need to, A, be willing to lean into our community, and two, we need to be mindful about handpicking that community so that it does provide a source of energy and inspiration and perspective and empowerment. So I'm going to real quickly just run through all of the aspects of our communities and how we might lean into those a little bit more. Of course, we all have friends and family. Hopefully we have many wonderful, trusted friends, family, colleagues that we can share with. We can share when we are, feeling in the muck and stuck, that we can share openly without being judged, but also those friends and family that will not let us stay kind of in it, I don't really think it's a great friend that just commiserates with us and amplifies that we are a victim or that there is no solution or there's nothing we can do, right? That's not the kind of friend or community I'm talking about. I'm talking about the friend that and I experienced this many times when I was in my own dark night of the soul, and really just the mind was going crazy and the emotions were on fire and just all the factors were building up. And I would reach out to certain friends that would hear me, and then in a gentle, nurturing, loving, maybe even tough love kind of way, guide me back to my center. So we can seek those out. If you don't have good friends and family where you feel like you really can put it all out there, sometimes finding a good coach or therapist can be super, super helpful. Also, these days with the power of technology, there are so many wonderful Facebook groups out there that can become a trusted community to really lean into. Of course, I'm a little biased about Inner Peace on Purpose, which is where I share these rapid reset videos, but hundreds and hundreds of truly amazing human beings. I every day am inspired by their comments, by their posts, by how they answer the daily questions, the daily inquiries. Just seeing what they are up to is extraordinary. So obviously, if you are part of Inner Peace on Purpose, you know what I'm talking about. If you're not, I invite you to join our community. And certainly we're not the only amazing community on Facebook. Many people are a part of, I'm a part part of many other groups that inspire me, that give me feedback on things I want feedback on, that allow me to just kind of put it all out there and be messy and kind of sort through whatever challenge may be present in my life. So Facebook groups, super awesome. Also, the power of community in a group coaching program, whether that's a 6-week program, whether it's a year-long program. Wow, to really have a concentrated growth experience in just a, that kind of more intimate community has proven to be so powerful. I've been in, I'm in 2 currently. There's a couple other ones that I've been a part of this year that are, part of a paid program. But in the past, oh my goodness, I remember my first real group experience was the Coaches Training Institute has a year-long leadership program, and I know some of you have been part of one of the leadership experiences. And one of the ways the group so powerfully affected me, and this is a group where we gathered 4 times a year for, I think, 4 or 5 days, and then we were in smaller groups of 5 that met in between those retreats, and then we would have at least one group call with the entire community of, I think about 20 was in that group. And authentic sharing was a big part of that program. And in any program that's about personal growth, authentic sharing and just getting vulnerable and sharing what's really going on is an important part of transformation. And I can remember back then, as people would share, I would say, oh my gosh, first off, I so relate with what they are saying. I've never heard somebody coin, those feelings that I'm feeling too, in quite that way. And at the time, I thought, but there is no way that I would share something so personal and vulnerable, and my goodness. And I think, honestly, it took me maybe the end of that program. Our group continued to get together for reunions, and I think it was even a year or 2 after that when I really got comfortable to just share kind of the muck, to share vulnerably into more of a group dynamic versus a one-on-one dynamic. But ultimately, it's so powerful, and ultimately just being free to be yourself. And I think that's a big part of what deepening our experience of inner peace is about, is to be able to be just so authentically yourself. And I really attribute that to community. And even, did a 9-day school for the work with Byron Katie, super powerful interactions with other participants there. Tony Robbins' Date with Destiny event, a huge part of that experience is the interactions with other people to work through exercises together. And another great example of a group community is having a mastermind. So actually, out of that leadership experience, a couple of us, a few of us, 3 of us namely, decided to create a mastermind together. And they both were coaches also, as we were all building our businesses in those early days. And it started out to be a focus on how we can apply law of attraction together, but really it became that and so much more. It became a place to share weekly wins and also to work through whatever we were particularly struggling with in our businesses or in our personal life. And of course we did, yes, apply law of attraction in our lives as well. But that mastermind group, we were together for, boy, I think close to 15 years, up until I had my twins. And then I took a little break from that mastermind group. And a few years ago, decided, you know what, I was really missing that element of community in my life, that ability to check in on a weekly or every other week basis to share what was going on in my life, to celebrate the wins, but then also to hold ourselves accountable to what we wanted to move forward with. And so I reached out to some people that I knew were up to doing kind of similar projects that I was doing, and had children as well, so could relate to some of the challenges on that front. That group, Mastermind, has been just so valuable. Elizabeth and Bev are two of my mastermind partners currently. I love them. I love that part of my community. And just every day, you know, it's whether we are just, you know, in a big stuck in the muck or stressed or overwhelmed or just feeling the grind of whatever is going on in the world. It's leaning into each of the communities that I'm a part of. That is one of the reasons I don't stay stuck in the muck for long. So I invite you to seek out powerful communities, lean into the ones that you are already a part of, and know that the perspective of others, the inspiration of others, sometimes the empathy of others, the ability to be listened to get tips, ideas, and suggestions, all affect our ability to be centered, grounded, and peaceful within ourselves. So a lot to take on here. Please, please, please lean into the power of your community, whether that's one-on-one or in a group setting. And if this video is valuable for you, I would love to hear just one thing that you are taking away from today's video, and you can post that down below, or on my blog if you're seeing this through my newsletter. Okay, that's it for today. We will see you on the next video. Bye for now.